What's going on, you guys? This is Just Add Misplay, taking you back to square fun. Today, we're going to be talking about the Lorcana TCG. And honestly, it may not be that fun for some people. I got some things I gotta say, because Lorcana TCG is going to be a casual game, okay? I want you to go back in time with me for a minute. I want you to think about when you were younger and when you were growing up and you had a trading card game that you loved, right? That's why we're all here, right? We're here to capture a little bit of that nostalgia from the past while we play present day trading card games. Okay, I want you to think about Disney Lorcana. I want you to think about your past trading card games. And just imagine when you were back then collecting cards and playing your trading card game and you were just having fun, right? It wasn't about the finances. I want everyone here who's listening to this to double check themselves, right? Get rid of the whole finance aspect of TCGs. Just diminish it. Throw it away, okay? It's all fugazi. Forget about it. And just think about the real reason you started playing trading card games in the first place. Think about how you would just play a deck. And I don't know about you guys, but like when I started playing trading card games like 20 years ago, you weren't able to just look online for the best deck. Like you would just buy booster packs. You got what you got. You didn't even know the full set in most cases. At least I didn't. The people I played with didn't. Me and my younger brother, we just bought booster packs. Whatever we got, and we played the game. We played the dang thing, okay? And we would play against our friends, who we didn't always get to play against often. Not as often as me and my brother, anyway. And like they would play a card. I'm specifically thinking about YuGiOh right now. They would play a card and I would just go like, what is that? What does that do? I remember the first time I was playing, I thought I had the best YuGiOh deck ever. I remember sitting down and playing TCGs with my brother, and we would just kind of just play to have fun. It wasn't about who had the most powerful cards, but like whenever me or my brother played a powerful card, we would know it. When I played the Red Eyes Black Dragon, like he knew, like, oh snap, like that's a powerful creature. Because back then it was, and it wasn't about like having the most optimized deck. It was about just playing the game, having fun, and just experiencing like wow, that card's powerful. Like it wasn't about winning. It was about like the gameplay, telling a story. Like, how do I beat the Red Eyes Black Dragon when my opponent plays it? I have no answers. Or like you top deck the card that is like black hole or something to destroy the giant creature, which is like a story in itself. Like playing card games back then it was almost like telling a story. It wasn't about winning. It wasn't about making the best possible deck that you could make to win on turn 3 or 4 or whatever. It was about experiencing a card game throughout the course, throughout the life of you, the player, learning the card game. Like imagine just not even like back then you didn't even buy booster boxes, right? You bought packs. You bought one starter deck as a kid, and like if you were lucky enough to even get that, and then on top of it, whenever you got a chance or like holidays or birthdays, you would get like booster packs. It again, if you were fortunate enough to experience that, and like, whatever you got from those packs, you would add to your deck, and like a lot of the times it was only like one card or no cards, or sometimes you got lucky and it was a few cards. Like back then when like commons mattered, it wasn't just about opening a pack to try to get that legendary card you only see one in every 4 or 5 boxes. Like like forget all that, man. It's all bullshit. It's like you don't have to experience card games like that. You can just play casually. You can just sit down with you and your friend, and both of you have a starter deck, and you play. You just play and you have fun. It's not about winning. It's about like storytelling. It's about bullshitting why you're playing the card game, right? It's about like, talking about your day at work and how like, there was a funny moment, or there was like some ridiculous customer or person you had to deal with, and it was just like, thinking about all the other scenarios, not just basing the card game around winning. I think that's what I'm all about, and like that's why I had to step back from making content, because I really had to go back to like to square one, which is square fun. Like, why am I doing this? It's to have fun playing card games and to bond with the people you play card games with. Like, who cares if you win at a card game? That's not what matters. What matters is sitting down at the table in the first place, across from your opponent, who's a friend of yours that you know, or maybe you don't know them. Maybe it's a stranger who's a community member on the Discord, and it's your first interaction with them. And like, that first game can tell you a lot about a player. It can tell you whether or not you want to play with that person again at the end of the game. Like, if they're taking the game way too serious, like, there's a good chance you may not want to play with them. But then again, like, if you're a serious player, that could be your best friend. You guys could love playing serious card games together. And like, I'm not trying to knock taking card games too seriously, but I also am. Like, I don't know if that makes me on both sides of the fence or not, but like, I don't know. I just feel like card games these days, they're trying to make money to some extent, because any business is, right? It's not like card games are at fault for this. Like, they need players to buy booster packs to stay in business. Like, yeah. But I'm just trying to say, from a player's perspective and from a fun engagement level, like, you don't have to spend a lot of money to really enjoy a game. Like, I just recently bought a board game. It was a Lord of the Rings board game, and it was like $65 or whatever. But like, I justified it by comparing it to how much I spent on a booster box. And like, booster boxes these days are minimum are like $120. Like, $120 for a booster box. That's $120. Like, I'm a father. I'm in a family of 6. I have 4 kids. I have a beautiful wife and 4 beautiful kids. And knowing that I spent $120 on cardboard cards for what? Just to hopefully pull the one card in the box that's worth it? Like, why? Why is that even a thing? That really shouldn't be a thing, right? And it doesn't have to be. Like, I've actively made the choice. That's the whole reason I went back to Square Fun, and like, that's what I'm trying to share. I'm trying to share that message with as many people as I can. Like, just because you're in a group of people who are buying, like, there's people that have bought over 50 booster boxes of a Kickstarter game, and to me, that's insanity. How could you spend buying 50 booster boxes? To me, that sounds absurd. That sounds almost like you need to get your priorities straight. If that's $100 a box, I mean, you're talking what, $5,000 on what, man? And I'm not saying this to knock the person, right? I would love to open 50 booster boxes of any product. Like, it's just, there's a chase to it, and there's a lot of fun. Absolutely. Like, I get it. But also, after you open like the 4th booster box, right? Any booster box after like 4 booster boxes, you're really not opening it for the pure joy, for the excitement of opening it, right? At that point, you're just cracking open packs, you're mindlessly sorting them, maybe, and you're just looking for certain cards. Like, where's the fun in that? Like, I don't get it. And the reason that I know this is because I experienced this with Flesh and Blood. When I got into Flesh and Blood, Crucible of War Unlimited booster boxes came out, and I went ham. I bought 12 booster boxes. Now, before I talk further about this, I just want to say I have never bought a case of Magic the Gathering ever. And I've played Magic the Gathering since 2008. Okay? I've never bought more than like 3 or 4 booster boxes ever. And I would never buy a case. I would buy them separately, one at a time. And for me to just buy 12 booster boxes of Crucible War for Flesh and Blood, I'm telling you, like, I opened up a case, pulled out one booster box, and I opened it. And I loved it, the thrill, the excitement. Every card I pulled was a banger. Like, that's what it felt like. But only, like, mostly in the rare slot, in the rare or mythic slot, or the equipment slot. You get that banger, and then you look for that foil legendary or that foil whatever, and like after box 2, I was doing the same thing, enjoying the cards. Once I got to box 3, it was like, all right, I'm enjoying the cards. There's cards that I want to see, but also there's cards that like I really want to see. And once I opened up that 4th box out of 12, it was like everything, like I didn't even care about any of the cards I opened. I just wanted to see if I got that legendary equipment, that majestic armor, that hopefully that fabled card. Okay? And which I eventually did pull the fabled. But like even then, I pulled the fabled at, I believe it was box 9 out of 12, which is a pretty good rate because I think it's like 1 in 36 boxes or something. But anyway, so I'm 9 boxes in. I'm just hunting for the power cards, right? And I pull it. I pull that fabled, that power card that I've been looking for. And like that should be enough, right? I'm like excited. I'm so excited. I'm almost like bursting with joy in my kitchen. I'm like, yes, I did this. I got the card. You know what I did? I opened another pack. Like, for what, man? It's like this illusion. It's like an illusion. Gotta keep opening packs to get the chase. But like, it's like once you get it, once you get that card that you're like this. Like I pulled the what was it? The Arknight Shard, which is the best card you can pull out of a Crucible War Unlimited box. It's 1 in 36 boxes, and I freaking pulled the damn thing. And like I was excited for a moment, and then I was like, well, I still got 5 more boxes to open. Oh no, it was only 3. I'm sorry, I can't math. It's like 2 a.m. right now. So it's like I got 3 more boxes to open, and like I already hit the card that I probably wouldn't have seen, right? But I saw it and I pulled it, and in my brain I'm just like, well, I only got 3 boxes. I might as well open up the other 3. It's like, no, like at that point you should keep it sealed and sell it. Like that's the financially smart thing to do. But you're already so far in, like what's to stop you? 12 booster boxes. Again, I've been playing Magic the Gathering since 2008. I still play Magic the Gathering. I've still also never bought more than 2 or 3 booster boxes from Magic the Gathering. Ever. Ever. Now, I think, what was it called? Battle for Zendikar. I bought 3 booster boxes, and then I pulled like Gideons, and I sold the Gideons and traded them in to buy another booster box. But like, I never bought that 4th booster box. Anyway, I'm just sharing this because I feel like the TCG world is sort of changing, and it's becoming more of like a financial I don't want to say wasteland, but maybe like a what is it called? Like I'm thinking Borderlands, like the video game Borderlands, but with trading card games. You know, I don't know. I see the direction it's going. I don't agree with it. Like at Gen Con, there was I guess a player who was at Gen Con and was in a vendor's booth and took a picture of this vendor who's obviously like a store owner or something, and was hating on them for they say quote unquote scalping booster boxes, right? Because they got them early and they're selling booster boxes for 450. Well, you're wrong. Whoever wrote this post, you're wrong. Elza Rusher, you're wrong. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you have a decision, okay? You don't have to spend that $450 right there in that moment. All right? That's on you. And if the community as a whole decides, hey, that's too much on a booster box, we're not paying $450 on that. Hell no. That's crazy, right? If the community decides that as a whole, well, guess what? That scalper, that quote unquote scalper you're talking about, lowers their price. And guess what? If it ain't low enough, same old song and dance, baby. So it's up to the community to say no to this crap. Okay? It's not the uh, it's not the game store owner's fault. It's not the employee's fault. It is the community's fault. I know that's hard to hear. You're gonna hate me for that. If y'all don't say no, they will keep those prices up there. Okay, we see this in Magic the Gathering all the time, right? If the collector boosters, no one's buying them, they will drop that price. They will flash sale it on Amazon, okay? The power is in the player's hands, in the whoever's buying the box. You have to make a decision, a personal decision, and say, hey, is $450 for a Lorcana box really, is that what I want to do right now? And maybe it is. Maybe you want to be one of the first people to crack open one of those boxes. But you can't be upset 3 weeks later when the game releases and they're selling for $150 each. Okay? You made that decision 3 weeks ago that you wanted it then before everyone else. You wanted to feel special. You got that special moment. But 3 weeks later, you don't feel so special because now everyone has it. Right? Like, you made that decision and you need to own up to that decision and stop playing victim. There's so many people in the community these days trying to play victim. Okay, like I'm gonna give you another example. Okay, now go ahead and look at this post. I don't know who posted it. I saw this from a second hand party or whatever, but it's pretty much an LGS talking about how their OP kit, which is the organized play kit, doesn't include higher value products. Let me stop you right there, because what are you talking about? The organized play kits are supposed to encourage players to come to the store. It's not about higher value products. And I'm not even going to read the rest. I'm just going to cut to the chase. Like, we're talking about Disney Lorcana. We're talking about Disney. Disney will, oh my gosh. Disney is going to blow Magic the Gathering out of the water. There, I said it. Disney, if you think Magic the Gathering was bad and that they don't show respect to the LGS these days, Disney Lorcana is 1,000 times that fold. They don't need an LGS. They have all the public relations that they need. They can literally sell this on Amazon from the get-go and not have any problems and not bat an eye or any of that. And for this LGS owner to post like, you're not giving enough organized play kit. This is Disney Lorcana. This game isn't for the LGS. This game is for families. Families, okay? It is a trading card game for kids and families. And if you thought for a minute that this was a game, just any other trading card game that is going to be out there and sit on your shelf in your LGS, you're wrong. It's Disney Lorcana. People know Elsa, right? People know Mickey Mouse. Okay? You can name a Magic the Gathering character and people will not know them. Nicol Bolas. That's probably the most popular, right? Or Jace Bellerin. What? People don't know who that is? Think about it. Compared to Disney, think about it. If anything, you should be more thankful that Disney even thought about making a organized play kit. Whether let alone have higher value products, you stupid ass. Like they didn't have to think about you at all. You are nothing to them. And you feel like this post just sounds like you're so entitled. Like you deserve so much more for being an LGS. Like nah, get real with it. Disney doesn't need you. Okay? You need them if anything. You want people like families, like I said, I'm a family of 6. I have a beautiful wife. I have 4 beautiful babies. And I'm not, I don't see me taking my kids to a LGS to play this game. Hell no. When we go to the store and we do our grocery shopping, we'll pick up some, if they have booster boxes at that retail store, we'll pick some up. Or some booster packs or whatever. We'll pick some up and we'll have fun on our own, in our own kitchen table. We don't need a damn LGS. Okay? And that's the thing, none of us really need. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't go there. Maybe I shouldn't go there. I should only speak for myself, right? But I've been playing card games since 2008. I'm telling you right now, like, if Disney doesn't show support to LGS, I really could care less. I don't care at all. If all LGSs go out of business, that's fine. No more scalping, right? Everything will be sold on Amazon, whatever. Like, cheaper prices for me. I still will find a group of friends, and I still have a group of friends I can play with. Okay, if you can't find a group of friends outside the LGS, like that's on you. That is up to you to put in that work and put up that effort, not rely on the LGS to handle all that. All right? I don't know. This just kind of sickens me that an LGS feels so entitled. Like, we deserve so much more in the OP kits. We're doing so much for Lorcana. Bitch, no, you're not. Lorcana does not need you. This is Disney we're talking about. All right? Let me tell you something. You heard about Disney, right? Have you heard about this LGS? No, no one's heard about you. So, like, cut the crap. Stop feeling so entitled. Stop whining, okay? And maybe be a little bit more appreciative. That's all I gotta say.